Get a brick right now, yeah. I can call Diego right now. We can send the peso right out, yeah. We gon' get the queso right now, yeah. We the Freemasons right now.
You are known for rapping, but you also know for the jewelry. You got the jewelry store here in Houston with Johnny Dang and Paul Wall.
Yeah.
How did y'all meet? How did you meet? I want to kind of know how like you individually met each, and then how y'all all met and clicked up and did this store together, because it's an odd couple, you know. It's a little different. You got the Asian
the
guy.
American dream.
Got
the Asian
guy.
Caucasian, African American.
You got the Asian guy. You got Paul Wall, and you got CStone. You know. So I just wonder how y'all met, how everything came together.
I started selling grills when I was in Killeen. The local grill guy in Killeen I bought a grill from him. It was taking so long to receive it, and I always been a do-it-yourself type person. My dad, he wouldn't take the cars to the mechanic, cause he's like, that guy got the same two hands I got. All he doing is turning around. Why I can't fix it? So to this day, we got books on every car my family ever had, we got a book on how to fix it, cause he would do it himself. So after I was waiting to receive my grill, I just researched and found a jeweler that who knows how to make gold teeth. So I found a jeweler out of New York. He told me how to do the molds and how to ship it to him. He'll make it. Long story short, by the time I got to Houston, the only name I was hearing was Johnny Dang. Nah, I get my shit from TV Johnny. Nah, TV Johnny. I couldn't sell nothing because I wasn't known. Nobody knew who I was. Mm-hmm. So it was like, can't beat them, join them. You know what I'm saying? So this is how I met Johnny, by the way.
Okay.
So every time I would go to try to catch Johnny, this is at the time where Paul Wall blew the fuck up. Grills was the hottest song everywhere. Okay. So Johnny and Paul was traveling with Nelly, doing tours. They were doing a lot of shows, a lot of different places. So I could never just catch Johnny to sit down and meet with him in his office. Okay. So eventually I sat down with his brother Kevin and showed him I had a book. I kept track of every grill I ever sold, ever did. And there was a book like this thick of
the ones that you made,
that I made.
Oh, okay.
So Kevin and Johnny, they like, damn, where your shop at? I'm like, I ain't got no shop. It's grills on wheels. I'm pulling up on people. They in my mom's garage. I'm trapping grills, literally. You know what I'm saying? So I became known for that before I even moved to Houston and made that transition. And linking up with Johnny, who is like what's the word? I forgot the word, but he's one of the biggest culprits of the grill game. It just made everything bigger. Okay. So Paul, when you talk about hip hop in Texas and rap and the culture, Paul was he's one of those guys that we idolize.
Legend.
Being from Killeen, in the middle of the map, smaller city, there was one record store in the whole city called Renaissance Records, and they would put on the board when specific, because Swish House artists back then, they was dropping off their own CDs.
Yep.
They was hustling just.
Oh man.
So they would put when to expect the new CD, and we knew when they dropped their shit off themselves.
I went to get Swish House CDs all the time. We got the sticker on the back of the computer, man. Yeah. That's great. Hey, Paul, please come on the show, man.
Yeah, he
had to hook that up for me,
Paul
right?
at the studio right now. Yeah, he would have came tonight if we didn't have another obligation. I'm gonna hook that up.
You hook that for me? All right, man.
Sure.
Appreciate that.
Sure.
I need that.
I promise.
So, did you meet Paul around the time he was around? He was already.
I studied Paul.
Chameleon and the thing.
I studied
They'd
Paul.
already split though, right? Chameleon and Paul had already split when you met him.
When I first ever met Paul, no.
Oh wow.
I met him dropping off. Like I said, they put on the board when the Swish House CDs were gonna be dropped off. So I would go skip class and wait.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna catch him when he comes.
Yeah.
So I met Paul before Paul even knew he met me.
Oh,
he
okay.
remembers the occasions, but not. Oh yeah, that was you.
Okay.
So he did the same thing I was doing. He was a rapper, pushing his music like I was, and he was pushing his grills.
Oh, okay.
Only thing is, he was already teamed up with Johnny. So I would bump into Paul every time I went to Johnny to drop off my orders. Yeah. I would bump into Paul dropping off his orders. We'll chop it up, take pics, you know what I'm saying? And we started building a business relationship.
Yeah.
So as time went further and Johnny, I started becoming so valuable to Johnny's whole brand. Hey, you know what I gotta pay you to be a part of my company, to be a part of my team, not just make your grills. I want you to represent what I represent.
And be a partner.
Be a partner.
So he asked you. So that says something about your hustle that they already had this. Because it's kind of crazy to me, right? I did real estate, and when I'm hearing you say it, it's funny because you don't usually hear too many people who join a business like that later, especially, I mean, yeah, bigger businesses, but a smaller business like that started out like that is very rare to hear someone who becomes a partner midway through.
Exactly. Which
that shows something about the hustle.
Exactly.
You know, that's really, well, that's commendable.
So I tell people, man, when you put in the work, it doesn't go unnoticed.
Yeah.
You got to grind without worrying about the result. You know what I'm saying? If you're cooking something, you can't worry about the reaction. Don't get confused now. You can't worry about the reaction when they take that first bite until you worry about finishing the product.
Yeah.
Of course, you got to make sure the ingredients right, test it yourself, but you can't be worried because you don't even have a product to deliver yet.
Yeah.
So you got to work, not worrying about the very end result until it comes to that point. It'll come to you. Yeah. When you're a chef, you're in the back. Most chefs don't even see the consumer.
Yeah.
But when you do your thing and you cook that, hey, bring that chef out here, I need to tell him, that's when you know.
Yeah.
But the chef is back there sweating, putting his all into this meal, not knowing what's going on out there. Oh, he's not seeing how many people not finishing or frowning. He doesn't know. So once you work and then it becomes recognized and noticed, and you get opportunities to partner up with Johnny and Paul, be on this, do distribution with it, then you enjoy the fruits of your labor.
That's cool, man.
For my I think it was like my 21st birthday, my birthday gift from Paul Wall was a verse on the song Reppin' Texas.
That's cool.
He's like, man, you know what, I'm going to do a verse for you. After that right there, that's when we really became brothers. And Paul also saved my life too.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah. Episode for Street Flava. You know, Solo Street Flava. And we were shooting outside of the new store, documenting the process of the store being built. We had all our jewelry on. I'm talking about between me, Johnny, and Paul, we was probably $3 million in jewels outside.
Wow.
So we seeing cars just slow down and creep. So me and Paul both had our pistols ready. We outside. You know what I'm saying? We'll never get caught slipping. We got them ready. I'm helping Paul fix his chain. I feel my pistol slip down my pants. I go to grab it, hit the trigger. Sensitive trigger, ready to go, blow a hole through my leg. And D Will's the first person to come out his shirt. Paul made a tourniquet to stop the bleeding, call 911. And shit, bleeding stopped. I stayed conscious, I was dizzy, but I didn't frown, I didn't scream, I ain't never cry. Because I knew I just made a mistake. I did that to myself, being careless to an extent. So now I'm more aggravated with myself for what just happened. And I turned around. I told D. Will, keep filming. As soon as I knew I wasn't about to die, keep filming, because he was filming behind the scenes. As soon as I knew I wasn't about to die, man, keep filming. I'm going to use that footage to show gun safety. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the biggest security you can have is not a gun, it's not a bodyguard, it's your respect. So when you live a righteous life, keep your face clean, and you respected in the streets, you don't need to worry about all that.
Wow. Well, I'm glad you're here, man. I'm glad you made it through that. Thank you, Paul, for saving CStone. And by the way, my birthday is November 14th. If you want to give me something.
When he hear that, watch what he do. He gonna bless you, gang.
Get a brick right now, yeah. I can call Diego right now. We can send the peso right out, yeah. We gon' get the queso right now, yeah. We the Freemasons right now. Ain't talking money,
but I fuck her like a lover, I was fighting, but we kiss under the cover. And baby, I don't ever play around with you. Soon as we get together, you know what's going down. She say she love when I'm up in it. Them other niggas ain't with it. She like, what's your favorite position? I'm like, baby, every position. And I love when you wash the dishes. Not because you washing the dishes, it's because I'm a little short you be wearing when you walk around in the kitchen, yeah.